Right, so a question here on working out fraction calculations. So we're having to add these two fractions, and the key skill to remember when you're adding and subtracting fractions is that you need a common denominator. It's really easy if you've got 2/5 plus 1/5. Because these are talking about the same parts of the shape, then we can simply add them up to be 3/5. So we need that common denominator to be able to work with adding and subtracting fractions. At the moment these have got two different denominators, fifths and tenths, so we've got to look for the lowest common multiple of 5 and 10 and then work it through. Well, we can see that 10 is in the 5 times table, so if I make an equivalent fraction for 2/5 in terms of tenths, then to turn the fifths into tenths I've doubled, so I must double the top of the numerator as well. So we double that to 4 tenths. The second fraction is already in tenths. Now we've got our common denominator, we can add these together. So we've got 4 tenths plus 3 tenths just gives me more tenths. 4 and 3 make 7, so we got 7 tenths. So the answer there would be 7 tenths. The question goes on and works now with a subtraction calculation with mixed numbers. There are lots of ways to do these. When you're doing subtraction though, it's quite often better to do the integer parts first, the whole number parts first. So we can do 5 take away 2, it's given us 3. And then we can deal with the fraction part, which is 2/3 subtract 1/4. And again, we've got a subtraction going on, so just like addition, subtraction needs common denominators to work. So we look for the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4. Well, when we go through the 4 times table, 4, 8, 12, well 12 we recognise is also in the 3 times table, so we're going to make them both become 12ths, equivalent fractions in 12ths. So 2/3, we had to multiply the 3 by 4 to make the 12ths, so we multiply the numerator by 4 as well. So, and then to make quarters into 12ths, then we had to multiply the 4 by 3, so we multiply the numerator by the same to make an equivalent fraction. So that's going to be 3/12, and we do the subtraction and we end up with 8/12 take away 3/12. Well, we're talking about 12ths, and 8 take away 3 is 5, so 5/12. So these two are the parts of the calculation that need to come together to be added to make the final answer. So we had 3 whole ones plus 5/12 left when we did this subtraction, so the answer will be 3 and 5/12. So an example of adding and subtracting fractions.